YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila. Right where we left off, actually. Haven't turned the computer off since the last episode. Just going to do two in a row here. Though you won't see them back to back. You'll see them in whatever order I end up uploading them. Which should be in the right order, hopefully. Looks like my town here got a little bit damaged. Got a statue of the divine, all this other stuff going up. Need to get some farms built here as well, but this will be fine for now. Let's take a look at technology. We finished some research here. Opens up a food market and a food emporium. Let's do that, because I wonder if I can build the food, like, what is the food emporium? I want to see this particular structure. Can we build it over here at Butt? I'm so original, folks. I don't even know how to handle it myself. I know. Food market, sure enough, there it is. Plus 70 food. And it has nothing, so I didn't know this. Here I am complaining the whole time in this campaign, like, it's not fair, the Romans don't have a way to deal with food shortages whenever the climate... This is the way the Romans deal with food shortage from climate change. Unfortunate thing is it costs squalor and public order. But it gives you a little food from these other settlements. Interesting deal. And road development 20 and wealth and kind of some other cool stuff. It's kind of neat. I might build one just for the sake of building it, though. This Persis where we're pretty safe on public order here, and we haven't even finished really upgrading a bunch of this stuff. We could build the amphitheater here. Aqueduct, and we'll build the probably have to go through the tabernae and yeah, then onto the food market. So there we go. That ought to be fun. Try something new there, get myself a little extra food out of these things so that I can continue the crazy upgrades. Look, this army's just getting like ransacked by enemy agents. They're like, no, you can't have Genua. My troops are like, no, we can, and we will. This isn't Rome 2, and you're not poisoning my troops. So, looks like we have the opportunity to destroy some Saxons here. I could night attack and avoid a bunch of those reinforcements, and I think... Well, you know what, though? I'd like to kill the reinforcements. They're mostly ships and other junk, too. Well, I'm sitting here trying to think if I encircle them.
None will escape.
Let's encircle them.
To victory!
How long can this little city... Oh, it can go a long time because it's connected to the ocean. But let's see if we can get the Saxons to bring a bunch of forces up here and attack me. See if that works. Try and bait them into battle. Can tear down that building. What do we got here? Cavalry stables. We don't need this close to the one that's already in Thracia. Got a bathhouse here. We'll keep it. I guess it'll come in handy eventually. I don't particularly need it right now. Kind of want to get the extra public order in this province so I can just leave it behind. We're still 2 turns from being able to train my armored Sagittari down here. We need to get this agent. Is that not my agent? Oh, it's a spy. I was like, why can't I embed this spy in that army? These guys are raiding in this desolate territory, so they're actually being pretty polite to me at the moment.
How can I assist you?
Let's hinder this army up here, see if we can slow them down.
I revel in destruction.
We failed. Really want to leave Rhegium. It looks like I left my army out of that province anyway. It very well could revolt again. The sad part is that I just have this one province here, so it's going to be very hard for me to stabilize it. Fishing jetty is actually causing -2 to public order, so let's tear it down. And then if it's causing -2, we get rid of that, so it should just be -3. I'm going to get +1. Oh man, we're going to be so close to like stabilizing this province. Maybe the immigration issue gets better over time or something, I don't know.
At your command. On the move.
I go ahead and kind of move this army up and see what we can do. I don't want it to just sit there forever.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, we do want to go out of forced march, so no stance. We can't quite get to the Axiomite army here, but we can push up and start getting in position to cut them off. Now they are probably going to try and end around me and get to... They could put into the Nile here and get over to this city, potentially. But that's fine if they do. I'm going to chase them with the one army. For now, what I want to do is get down here and utterly destroy... utterly destroy these goons. I think that's their last settlement. It is. And I aim to wipe it out. Hopefully we don't take attrition if our guys stay on the road fairly well. They did. So we'll push down here, build some towers, and raise Axum to the ground. And just leave it that way. If my allies want to go resettle it, it's all theirs. I couldn't care less at this point. Oh, we have like the highest tier wheat farms here. That's cool. Getting a pretty good chunk of food off of those. Nice indeed. We got this highest level circus here too, plus 21 to the public order. That's pretty awesome. And we have an aqueduct here as well, giving huge sanitation buffs. Skirmisher barracks, Equite, Sagittarius. So yeah, a lot of good stuff happening. I want to keep that army around until I can get them some archers trained in. Up here in the north, the Huns are still nearby. This army has gotten a few troops. It's all good. We've finished our cavalry stables here. That is very good news for both of these armies. That means we can arm up to defeat the Huns here. Is there some reason why these guys aren't retraining?
To your duties, men.
I can't figure out why.
It is an honor to serve Rome. Ready for orders.
I can't figure out why these guys aren't retraining. Maybe it's like an event or something that's causing it. Yeah, I don't really know why these guys aren't retraining. It is kind of odd. Well, let's see. We've got 6 armored legio. We want to tank up another spearman. Let's get some Equites Promoti. And then I might see what we can do from there. Alright. Just gonna save a little bit of money at some of these turn-ins here. Know I can assign a governor, but I'm gonna choose not to for now.
Advance.
Here we go. Boy, we're gonna get a fight on our hands at this point. Well, Nordic band. Whether or not that's a fight is debatable. Nordic Brigade, Viking Raiders. Yeah, none of their armies are dog crap. Pretty junky. Celtic cavalry raiders. Anyway, we should be able to give these guys a pretty sound thrashing. I say we deliver it to them. Their Nordic band is going to do extremely poorly versus my infantry. It doesn't have really like the strength or the hit points. So this could end up being a pretty big victory for us. I mean, it's not a victory until the fat Roman sings. And it looks like their spy... Yeah, these little sneaks. They came in and apparently assassinated my Comez. Or injured him, one of the two. Oh, how very crafty of them. That's very AI-esque. Crotchwads, and give them an extra beating just for that bullcrap. I'm gonna go shock cav from the high ground. Keep my melee cav on the lower ground. I've got this one mounted archer unit that'll kind of just keep at a safe distance for now. Yeah, let's push up here and take the high ground.
Enemy reinforcements approaching. The enemy has been sighted.
Alright, run my troops up. Looks like the AI is going to turn my direction. They got some javelin units, and each of their Nordic band does have a javelin. And it looks like their javelin damage has been upgraded even. 294 damage javelins is pretty substantial for a unit that's so trash. My guys have javelins of their own though. I'd be pretty happy to trade javelins with the Nordic band. That'll easily go in the favor of my own men.
Now might be a good time to withdraw.
Ha! Now might be a good time for you to withdraw from living. The Roniger's gonna get a few kills. That'll be a bit of a nuisance. Ooh, we're gonna have guys all up on our flank here. Let's fall back up higher. Okay. Yeah, we'll fall back up higher here to the high ground. Get a charge in here. Destroy that Nordic cav real quick. This way I can kind of defend my flank from all these guys that are coming in. So I'm going to move up here and capture the highest ground possible. The enemy Nordic horse raiders is getting destroyed here in combat, though I do want to get out of there as quickly as possible. I'm going to kind of get up here and box up a little. Yeah, I should be able to kill this Nordic horse raider and get out of here. Take a few losses doing it, especially from this Nordic brigade that's coming in. It's about to hurl its javelins. I'd like for them to hurl their javelins before this friendly unit of theirs dies, but they didn't. Ooh, that was bad. Okay, get out of there. Ah, got charged right here by Nordic. Fortunately, it's just Nordic horse raiders. They'll still do some damage, though. There we go. Managed to get ourselves out of there. What happened? Oh, I let my horse archer get killed here. Forgot to move it. Whoops. Just a mercenary unit, so we'll live. If that's the worst mistake I make this episode, then I'll be doing pretty well. Okay, this is where the javelins start to destroy the Nordic brigade. Yeah, another Nordic band dying here, so the AI advisor that was advising I quit the battle obviously probably won't be going home with a paycheck or his head by the end of this one for that type of cowardice, but
the enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
I don't see what choice the enemy has but to admit defeat. Oh, you are not shooting your crap at my shock cav. Alright. I don't have any javelins left, The AI is kind of like doing some weird stuff, just sitting here shooting at me with its crappy Nordic bows. I kind of want to keep holding this high ground here. Let's just spread out a little bit wider here. I'm guessing that was my horse archer unit that had perished. Yeah. Okay, my cataphracts just destroyed that onager. Mercenary Celtic onager. And it looks like their Nordic warlord thinks that he wants a piece of this cataphractari. I would be happy to oblige him in his wish to die here. Yeah, you better turn around, because that is not a fight you want to be in. He's gonna like, no, I'm gonna go back here to the protection of all the javelins in my Nordic band, and he made a wise decision. Attacking my men would have been most unwise. Gonna take quite a bit of fire here. I'm gonna kind of pull back just a smidge. Just gonna form up and brace here, and then it should help me out against missiles too. Now that these guys are kind of attacking my flank, I feel like we can push downhill against them. Let's go ahead and push here. I'm gonna swing my shock cab over this way. Okay, yeah, we've got the AI completely blocked over here. Though we probably do want to turn, face that. Let's actually fall back a little here, because that unit's a bit exposed. We should be able to push through this gap here with our Equites Promoti. Push these skirmishers off. Okay, got our cataphractari rolling up. All kinds of skirmishers ripe for the destruction here. But there are a lot of them around, so it's going to still be a dangerous situation. Okay, ignore these guys. Just keep moving. Get away from those spears. Get away from the spears. Get away from the spears. It always gives me horrible charges against the enemy skirmishers. Look at this. AI is just going to mob my Equites Promoti and potentially kill them. I'm going to bring some infantry down here to assist then. Let's swing these units around again. Okay, just ignore. Get over here and let's pin these javelins. Now we're getting chased by everything the AI has over on this flank. They've just gone full gung-ho stupid. Gonna have to. Okay, the enemy general caught up with us here. Let's rear charge him with a spearman. This Viking Raider. Oh wow, that Viking Raider is actually a pretty strong axe unit.
The enemy is attacking our general.
We're gonna have to get in there and take care of him pretty quick. I'm gonna get intercepted here by a cavalry raider also. That's not good. Let's see if we can get into this axe unit here. We should crush that Celtic cavalry raider pretty quickly. Maybe we can get through the gap first with this other shock cav. My Equites Promoti are gonna die over here. There's not much I can do about it. Pulling them out is just gonna keep getting them more killed. I'm gonna get into the back of these Viking Raiders. That should be a destruction of them. Viking Raiders probably weren't accustomed to being rear charged by heavy shock cavalry. And they are insta-dead. Though we have been caught by other units out here. Okay, let's break loose here. Need to keep some of our cavalry alive to the late game. Let's just get away from their cavalry, pull behind my spears. Okay, these skirmishers have been sitting here destroying this Legio, and I didn't recognize it, which is really unfortunate. Let's turn around and charge this crappy Nordic, whatever it is, and then we'll start out flanking here. My armored Legio is doing a good job holding in the center. We're starting to get overwhelmed over here. I don't really understand how. It's just Nordic Brigade, but let's go ahead and pull up and get ready for this fight. Let's go ahead and hit that ball of Nordic Brigade. Attack here. Just kind of throw in everything we got. I got a nice flank charge here with this Mercenary Steppe Lancer. Routed a bunch of crap over here. I'm going to actually pull back from that. Kind of got flank attacked here. That was a mistake. Okay, pull the Steppe Lancer back. There's just so many enemies here. It's kind of giving me a little bit of trouble. Most of their numbers are pretty weak infantry. Let's see if we can continue to support this Armored Legio over here that's kind of getting overwhelmed. Trying to get a flank charge here with my Cataphractari into this Nordic Heavy Marauder. Not sure how successful that was. This blob here, though, can now be finished off. More Viking Raiders there. Let's get in and take them out. This was a more substantial threat than I thought it was. Not to mention some of my mistakes have probably helped out the AI a great deal. I'm gonna have to hit this Nordic Brigade. Okay, this big ball over here just routed and gave way. God, I hate how much frame lag you get on Attila. Absolutely horrible. I hate that I did this on huge unit sizes. Okay, can you please kill the Nordic Brigade? I mean, the Nordic Brigade? Really? The general's dead and it fights down to the last man with minus 77 morale? Someone want to explain that to me? Let's hit these heavy marauders in the back because they're killing my Steppe Lancers. So that should be the end of them. And then this little group over here is starting to overwhelm all the spearmen that was hitting it. The heavy marauders are now gone. Okay, heavy marauders dead. I don't know how the AI is finding any sort of morale whatsoever here. They're all very crappy units, and their army is very dead. So I'm kind of struggling to figure out why their units are fighting so close to the last man. Especially Nordic Brigade of all units. Minus 77 morale and haven't routed. Fight to the last man. Very odd indeed. Okay, they've got a sword unit back here. Armored Legio is pretty weak. Once it gets enough chevrons, it gets a little better. Numeroi probably would be a better choice. I don't know why I haven't chosen to use Numeroi. Another heavy marauder here. Is that a two-handed axe unit? No. It's a single-handed sword unit. Now it's a lance in the face unit, as they ought to die pretty quickly from such a brutal charge. Indeed they did.
Victory!
So that is a big victory, although it was pretty costly. More costly than I expected, but far more costly for the enemy, who outnumbered me almost 3-1. Some of my Armored Legio putting up some big kills there. Almost all of them. It's mainly just their armor and hit points against all those weaker Viking units that were present in that army. Obviously very lucky that we're not talking about a bunch of Huskarls, because that could be pretty bad. And the only unit we lost was the mercenary step-mounted bows. I am going to take on captives because I need the men badly, and the Saxons could attack me on the same turn-in, which would require me to flee. But we dealt the Jutes such a big defeat there that was worthwhile in and of itself. They did take out my general there, which ticks me off. I'm going to have to put another character in there. Jutes still sailing all around. Yeah, I mean, if they haven't developed any better stacks than that, then the Jutes are going to struggle. My Roman troops are not particularly strong, but they're better than that. Let's see what okay, they did not end around me to Berenice, which surprises me. Okay. Looks like some of my... Do I have a client state that's rebelled back there? Looks like it has. Some of my other client states are fighting it. Then the West Roman Separatists are going to be jerks here and bring their agent after me. I'm going to try and kill them at Veranum. They're going to attack Verona again. And they've got another Comez already. But, yeah, it's not a good choice for them. They're going to get destroyed here. My troops gave them the nutcracker there. Yep, so they did get my general. Fearless warrior. Let's go for it. We'll throw him in there. Critical success. Yes, they not only got him, but they straight up killed him. 3 part of Wolfgar Scout success. Genua, Liguria. Yeah, so they're screwing with my armies in Liguria. Lots of agent actions against me at this point. Yeah, look at it. It's just agent spam over here around this army. Though I do believe that I'm going to be able to pretty easily take the settlement. I'm going to probably lose some troops here, but I don't really much care. Actually didn't lose anything. Losers. Auto-resolve helping air for once. Yeah, the auto-resolves helped me more than once before, but that's okay. I'll act like it was the first time so that I can claim to be a big-time victim here.
Ready for orders.
I'm such a victim. Alright, so let's prepare that so we can tear it down. Tear that trash down. Tear it down. Tear it down! Alright. Why is the camera at like a screwy angle there? Let's get it facing back north.
Commander.
So this legion's doing a little bit of retraining. That's perfectly fine. The Roman Separatists have a lot of troops here, so I'm probably gonna... Look at this crap stack. It's all Comitatense spears. That's hilarious.
We hunger for battle.
It is wintertime. Though this army could go ahead and move up and support here at Aquileia. Oh, actually, we probably want to force march.
You will march till your feet bleed.
We can't make it all the way to Verona, unfortunately. Let's go to no stance, and we'll just kind of come out here past.
Make haste, men.
I can't quite get into the... I mean, I could force march into the radius of influence, but then my guys would be very tired during the battle. So we'll try and avoid that. Let's just see if we can... maybe we can assassinate their guy here.
Pluto, hear your servant.
Critical failure, sweet! So they got my guy, but my spy was injured in trying the same thing. Let's just try and hinder their army, how about that?
Destruction.
Critical success! Woo!
For Rome.
That's good. Alright. Alright, so got that done. Let's see, let's head back over here. Ah, good. The Axumites, well, no, they haven't come ashore. I was like, good, they haven't run away from me. No, they did. I can attack them here. We'll see whether or not they stand their ground. I don't really particularly like this army because I don't have much cavalry, and they have a ton of missiles. But I can probably just go chasing their missiles with all my spearmen. So let us fight this on the battlefield. I love how every AI crap stack has a mercenary onager, as if they could afford such a thing. The thought's absolutely ludicrous. They do have one camel warrior we'll have to be careful of. It's a pretty decent cav unit. And I see one type of camel cavalry I don't really recognize. Let's take a look at it. Start the battle. I want to kind of come in from the high ground so it'll take away the effect of some of their skirmishers. We'll kind of start off and well, actually we can get this Dialamite warrior included in this line. The random Sassanid leftover troops that... Oh, I forgot we got the Comez general too. That's good. He'll come in very handy in this battle, actually, helping to kill some of those bowmen late battle.
There are those who say I have been touched by the gods.
Okay, let's fast forward and move up.
The enemy has been spotted.
Got this Desert Chieftain's gonna be pretty good cav. Armored Camel Warriors. That was the one I didn't recognize. They don't look particularly armored. I mean, they're wearing like some cheap chainmail. Very good cavalry, though. Wow, 50 attack and an excellent attack versus cavalry. Yeah, we don't really want to tangle with those guys. I'd prefer to have my spears get involved in that fight rather than my cavalry. I've got a very limited amount of good anti-cavalry melee type cav. Otherwise, my spears are going to have to do a lot of work in this battle. I'm going to actually go ahead and split 4 spears off this way and 3 more off this way. I'm going to take my bow cav to this side, Comez to this side. Let's actually take both my Persian warriors to this side. Mercenary camel warriors, desert raiders. Yeah, their cavalry is my biggest concern at this point. These legionary defectors are better than they should be. They're not great. No reason to sit here and let them bombard me. I'm just gonna push forward through the... Oh, I'm forgetting my Dalamite warrior. Let's go ahead and push forward over here. Walk forward here. Push forward here. Alright, so we're going to just push forward and engage. We're getting fired on. It's a lot of archer fire. It'll probably do some damage. Though my guys are pretty well shielded and armored, but I mean, just the sheer amount of archer fire is going to do some damage. Especially on that flank unit. I'm going to push the enemy archers back here. I'm going to stop and try and unleash a javelin volley. Wow, that flank unit is just getting absolutely wrecked by the archers. Get into a defensive testudo in time there. The enemy's going to get blocked up by its own unit trying to charge, though that was not the case there, so I'm going to have to throw a spear in here to help. This is actually pretty good for me over here so far, though. Gonna get into defensive testudo at just the last second there with that unit. I'm gonna bring one spearman around this way. I'm gonna use these horse archers to run down those hurlers while I flank around with these spears. Let's bring my Comez up. Let's swing around here and attack that in the back. Push all these archers and stuff over here. Gonna chase their general here. Okay, I'm gonna swing around here with these guys.
Have rallied their units.
And I'm going to close in on their general from all sides with spearmen. Okay, I think the strategy is actually working out pretty good here. I'm going to try and use that shift. Ooh, we're going to get a nasty little side charge from that. Ah, my spearmen have actually caught the enemy general. My Comez is now free to get into all these archers. And this mounted Persian warrior can get over here. We've kind of got more than we bargained for out here. My horse archers are in trouble. Let's send this spearman out here to help. Yeah, the main infantry center is actually dying, and we are.
They are trying to take out our general. Defend him.
All right, good. My general's actually pretty safe. He's going to be in a ball here where he's going to get a lot of kills. I'm going to war cry those archers that he's attacking. We've caught the Desert Chieftain again with some spears, so the Desert Chieftain's kind of gotten screwed over, hasn't played much of a role in this battle. And then over here, my Comez is easily cutting apart all these desert archers. This is the kind of role at which the Comez will excel. It's heavily armored, has a sword, it's good at attacking lightly armored infantry units. And then the general ball of Axumite troops here is going to die massively. And I can get out here and save my horse archers from these desert raiders.
The enemy are losing ground.
Bring these mounted Persian warriors in. Okay, the main enemy infantry ball has broken up, and it was surrounded and destroyed. Yeah, those shift-click orders are handy. I need to remember to use it more often. Some of you have reminded me multiple times. I'm just slow at remembering. My general is absolutely cranking it out here, though he is getting tired, which is affecting his attack, but he definitely managed to pull it off. Horse archers managed to survive, albeit barely. And my Comez general racking up 293 kills here against soft targets, showing the value of upgrading to that general. And the Magister Militum would be great, but it's like the very last thing that I can research, so it's not likely that I'll get to it. Great battle. Man, my Dalamite warriors cleaned house. Must have been maybe after the unit started routing, they were in a good position. So the Axumite army getting decimated. I'm going to take on troops just so that I can keep my guys retraining very quickly to keep the pressure on them. So that's one of their armies down. This one up here is still going to be a problem. This army can now move into siege. They do have a full stack here. This army is perfectly capable. I can get another mercenary camel warrior too, which would be a lot more handy than that spear unit. So I'm going to do that.
Ready for battle.
Get that camel warrior. That should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and lay siege here. We're gonna build some siege towers and see if we can get the Axumites to attack me. And if they do, and I can defeat them, we should be able to raise the city to the ground and be done with it. And then that just means we'll have this little navy here to deal with. That's just a navy, so it can't come ashore. That's good news. It could go raid elsewhere and potentially nuke my settlements elsewhere, but until then, we seem to be safe. I am out of time for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.